Hello, I'm Lisa, one of your librarians at the Johnson City Public Library, and this is Ask a Librarian, a weekly web series where you ask questions and I try to answer them. This week's question is one that a lot of you ask, and it's one that we are trained to answer, and it is, can you help me find a good book to read? And you ask this in a lot of different ways. Sometimes it's not even a book. Sometimes you're looking for a TV series that's similar to Downton Abbey, or a book series that gets into time travel or something like that. And we're always happy to help you with finding new authors, new titles that might appeal to you. So anytime you get stuck in a rut with reading and want something new and exciting, give us a call. We've got, 3 different age groups. We've got children, teen, and adult departments, and we are happy to help with that. There's also a new service that we're going to be starting to offer called book bundles. And again, this will be an all-age service. So if you want to reach the children's department, you'll call 434-4458. For the teens, 434-4349. And for adults, 434-4454. And just give us a call or reach out through email and let us know you're struggling finding a new book to read. And we will be more than happy to ask you some questions, find out a little bit more about your reading tastes, and put together a little bundle, 5 to 7 titles of books that match your age range and your interests, and you can check out through curbside pickup. So, you are under no obligation to read any of those titles if they don't appeal to you when you get them out there. You could read one of them maybe just return the others that you're not as interested in. But it's a nice way for you to get an idea of what we have in the collection, and hopefully through that conversation we have ahead of time, there'll be books that, maybe do interest you. And if they don't, what you can do is contact us back and say, I really appreciate it, but the ones you gave me, they weren't quite right. And, this is more of what I'm looking for. It's that conversation that just helps us know better what you're looking for and helps us better tailor our recommendations to you. So we always love it's called Reader's Advisory, and we are always happy to help with suggesting titles to you guys. So with that in mind, and with that book bundle service coming up, I've got 2 websites for this week, and they are both websites that we use in-house a lot of times when we're working with patrons for Reader's Advisory. The first one is called Fantastic Fiction, and I'm going to go to the website here. So this is a tool that lets you search for an author. I'll look for Nora Roberts. And I'm going to scroll down. So you see her author page here. There's a description, a little bio note, the genre she tends to write in. As we scroll down, you'll see there are series titles, and then the titles, and it's just a great way in one place. Say if you're reading an author series and you're not sure what order they go in, or maybe there are series that overlaps. Fantastic Fiction is a great way to sort that all out. They also have standalone novels in here too, if you keep scrolling down. She has written quite a bit of work here. And if you click on any of these, it takes you to a brief description of the title as well. So it's very nice. And you also get read-alikes with it as well. So if I come back down to the bottom here, you've got awards that she's won. And that can be really handy especially if you're getting introduced to an author. You may want to read some of their most noted works, and then recommendations as well. So if you're a big fan of Nora Roberts, you might want to explore some of these other authors and titles that are listed here. So Fantastic Fiction, great resource. And then the other one I want to show you guys is called the Literature Map. So I'm going to open that one up. This is a tool that kind of takes that idea of read-alikes and blows it up. So instead of it a long list of that author's own writings, you can type in the name of an author that you've enjoyed reading in the past. And once it comes up here, it makes this really interesting diagram. And I believe this data is based on library checkouts. So, if patrons like to check out Nora Roberts, they also may enjoy Sandra Brown or J.D. Robb, Catherine Coulter. It's kind of got a nearness factor here, but it's a good way to get other authors that, may appeal to you based on some of the authors you've previously read. So it's a really fun tool to play with. And you can kind of chase this rabbit hole. Like, say I click on Janet Ivanovich, now I can see the authors connected with hers, and sure enough, there's Nora Roberts and JD Robb, but then we've got some new ones over here as well. So it's a really fun tool. Both of those I would definitely suggest you check out. And of course, there's Goodreads, which is a really fun social platform. It's also a great way to keep track of your own reading habits and enjoyments. You can rate the reads that you've completed and make a to-read list. There are so many wonderful reader's advisory tools out there, but we are always happy to work with you to cater you through a series of questions your next read to hopefully match up with something that would appeal to you. So until next week, thank you for joining me this week. First of all, if you have a question and would like me to answer it, visit our library's website at jcpl.org/contact us. Once you get there, you're going to leave it set to general question once it comes up here. And there's going to be a little text box that pops up, and you can just type in there asking a librarian or something like that to clarify to me that you're all right with me sharing that question here on this platform. And chances are, if you've asked it, someone else has too. So this is a great way you can kind of help them out by getting that answered. And until next time, I'm Lisa. I am here to help you. Send me your questions, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye.